So in my previous video, I spoke about Ben 10 Protector of Earth. This, as stated in said video, is a game I really enjoyed playing. While not being the best of the franchise, it's still a decent game to recommend to a friend. Next in the franchise comes Alien Force, the game that's based on the show of the same name and a continuation of Ben's story through the classic continuity. While I never completed this game as a kid, I owned it on the PSP. I've been getting back into the Ben 10 franchise by rewatching some Omniverse, and after recording gameplay for my previous video, I thought it would be a good idea to move on to the next game. So without further ado, let's do the damn thing! As mentioned in the intro, this game was based on the Alien Force TV show, a continuation of the previous Ben 10 series, which shows Ben as a teenager using the Omnitrix again after so many years. This title was developed by Monkey Bar Games and shares the same publisher as the previous game. This game released October 28th, 2008 on the Wii, DS, PS2, and PSP platforms. The story follows Ben, Kevin, and Gwen on their quest to stop the hybrid invasion. The trio follow a signal for alien tech to the pier. When arriving at their destination, Ben is met with a Tetraman plumber named Gorvin, who isn't all that he seems, but we'll get into that later. After finishing their mission at the pier, they proceed to the Forever Night Castle, where Ben and Kevin will make their way through puzzles where the next piece of technology awaits them. If you can't already tell, the story is just the trio collecting technology for Gorvin. The crew make their way back to him only to realize he's an ex-plumber who hoards and sells illegal alien technology while hiding out on Earth away from the galactic law enforcement. Skipping the farmland levels and whatnot, we venture through the alien ship as Ben, setting the autopilot controls during the fight with the hybrid leader in order to stop them, only to realize he's made a huge mistake. The trio now makes their way to the weather array. Ben transforms into Humongousaur and increases his size to properly deal with the problem at hand, and then the game basically ends there. Now going into gameplay, it's basically the same as the previous installment, having 5 aliens to choose from and to play as using their abilities to complete the game, like using jet rays, flight or underwater breathing, or climbing walls as Spider Monkey. A new feature in this game would include Gwen and Kevin. These two characters are now playable and have their own set of abilities to help Ben on his travels. Kevin can absorb matter and become it to give him an advantage in puzzles and fighting, and Gwen can use her magic. Yeah, there's not really anything else to her, apart from the fact that she can glide down to the surface, I guess. This game also uses the beat-em-up formula, although in my opinion, it's not as good as the previous game's execution. Alien Force also allows for in-game cheats. Here is a list of them if you desire to use them for your playthrough. So how do I feel about this Alien Force game, and is it good enough to recommend to people? Honestly, I couldn't really give a concrete answer on that. While I did enjoy playing the game for the sake of this video, it felt like there was so much missing from its gameplay. The game didn't really excite me in any way, shape or form, and some of the new mechanics are kinda limiting, like Kevin's matter absorption ability. I did really like some of the combos that you can use in the game. This Kevin combo is something I honestly kinda relied on, and there were some others I thought were cool. While I do think everyone should give this game a chance, I can't guarantee that you'll enjoy it. Although if you played this game fully as a kid, you would probably only experience nostalgia at most. At the end of the day, this game is kinda mid, and I give it a 5 out of 10 as I wasn't really enthused by it.